winning is succession, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is succession on my crew. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay,
really good.
Well, the Rams had their opportunity to break in this new stadium last Sunday night against the Cowboys. Now it's the Chargers' turn as you get a look at the brand-new SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Second and 10.
I told you to call me when it's good time for you to come get my first shit.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a gain of 7.
Sammy Watkins is a former first-round pick in the NFL. He sure reminded us during Kansas City's run to the playoffs last season. 10 catches in the AFC Championship game and a 98-yard receiving game in Super Bowl 54. He did talk about possibly stepping away and getting some time in the offseason. But Kansas City, very happy to have him back in their lineup and in their fold.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He was brought down.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He was brought down by
the success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Ball on the 30 as they come on 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
The 12-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 1.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure. And it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Intercepted.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
But you just got used to it, man.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
The 37-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
On the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Herbert on 3rd down now. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Shavarius Ward in on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34 from the 8. They've got it 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 7, Chiefs nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Edwards-Helaire. 1:58 left to play till we... Hit halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
To return is McKenzie. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This pass finds its way to Williams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When I watched Mike Williams play receiver at Clemson, one of the things I was drawn to is toughness. This is a guy who took some big-time hits out in the field as the #1 receiver and kept finding ways to make plays. And finally it's paid off for him because in 2019, had his first 1,000-yard season in the NFL and averaged over 20 yards per catch.
He was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they work this out past the 25. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Here's second and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now third and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken in the end zone. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Harrison Butker to kick off.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fielded in the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Yo, what's good? What's good, niggas?
On first down, Justin Herbert. And caught by Henry. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When Hunter Henry entered the league, people were really looking for him to establish himself as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Ability to run and catch and make plays in open space. But the biggest obstacle he's had is just staying on the field. Ended up missing all of 2018 due to injury. When he's right, he is one of the better tight ends and better targets in the AFC West.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Ooh. Yo. I was about to leave.
On second down, here's Herbert.
Looking
middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target.
Spider-Man.
Trying
to make his two-way, three-point shot crew.
Working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back.
Yeah, I had to jump two-way mid-range score. That nigga was nasty, boy. But he had like an 80. Let's see. Two-way mid-range score.
Gonna throw on third down with Herbert.
And yes, I'm looking at the YouTube. I'm not trying to, build the exact same shit. I'm trying to
exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because this lead is very, very slim. Watch out for Hill on the return. 31 yards on the punt there.
I'm glad. See, shit like this. I need more than one source of income. Hold on.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
On the coverage.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll go out near midfield.
Which one is more important, man?
A first down and then some. Give him
Which one is more important? The 81 speed, 79 acceleration, and 70 vert, or 82 vert?
Now a first down
acceleration
carry. It's
goes up.
Williams. He's got a first down
So he gets the same
inside the 40.
No, you get 77 speed. 77 speed, so you go from 81 speed to 77. Go from 79 acceleration to 60.
51 yards.
76.
So the Chiefs have taken
So
the
that will go
lead.
down 3. And
I guess when you look back
yeah,
on it,
Burt
it's just
goes
a
up
matter of
12.
time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I
I
discussed
lean
it.
to a little
They'd done a
more
nice
speed on
job
that. I
on
feel like
him in
80
the
is
first
like
half.
a
But there were a couple of occasions where he felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here
I
in
think
the second
70
half,
vert, you still can get chase down
And
block.
he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after
I think I
punting
just need to
last
worry about Burt
time.
when I'm
See
making
if they can get something
Dolphins.
going on this drive.
as they head to the field now, with the game
He's taking them around.
this close, you can feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But
Yeah, I'm in a small
without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Yeah,
He
up
was
on that
looking for
rim
Isaiah
speed.
McKenzie that time. And now it's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the 46-yard
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Herbert operating from the red zone. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 14.
Oh, good.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone.
2 finishing,
And
16 shooting,
probably should have taken
9
a knee as he only
playmaking,
gets this out to the
8
16-yard line.
Hold on, say it again.
2 finishing, 16 shooting, 9
The Chiefs offense
playmaking,
about set to begin this
18
drive, and their lead has
defensive.
evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied
Yeah,
once
take that.
more as they begin with a first and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 84 yards. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. So that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement long touchdown.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there on 1st as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Number 30, Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A big spot for the rookie Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
48-yard line.
Herbert on 1st down now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. DRC, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie getting in there to break it up.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2019 was the first season for Frank Clark in Kansas City after spending the previous 4 in Seattle. And that was a big move by Kansas City to bring him over. He did have 8 sacks in the regular season, but it was his 5 in postseason. And helping his team get to the Super Bowl, that's why they went and acquired him. And by the way, earned his first Pro Bowl nomination with his play.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Flush to his right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
It's a pickup of
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Well, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Butker's kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if something like there will be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's...
The Chiefs are going to get him. The big money man, Chris Jones, getting in there to bring him to the ground. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And it's incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to midfield stripe. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Herbert now to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred on by a strong